These are the best places to live in Mexico on $1,000 a month. The first city is Orizaba, Veracruz. This city has a population of about 125,000 people, but despite being one of the smaller cities on this list, there are still quite a few things to do. There's a lot of museums around the city. You can take a stroll along the couple-mile long river walk and see all the zoo animals and art along there. You can go on the Sky Tram and ride that for 50 pesos up to the top where you have amazing views, or you can take a hike up to the top instead. There's gorgeous nature around the city, and the city has a Walmart and some of the other conveniences of a big city, but if you want even more conveniences, well, Cordoba, Veracruz is just a short drive away where you can find a Home Depot, a Sam's Club, and other stores like that. Orizaba is situated at about 4,000 feet above sea level, but despite its fairly high elevation, this is one of the warmer cities on the list, with average daily highs ranging from about 80 degrees to 90 degrees throughout the year. So you do have to be okay with warmer temperatures. However, this is the cheapest place I think I've been to in all of Mexico after living here for 5 years and traveling all around the country. I don't think there's any city that's more affordable than Orizaba. So it's definitely worth the consideration if you're on a budget of $1,000 a month. So now let's go look at some real estate options in Orizaba. To find some homes for rent, we're going to head on over to Google and type in Casas en Renta Orizaba, basically houses for rent in Orizaba. And then we're going to click on the Inmuebles 24 listing. It will always be one of the top options when you search that in Mexico. And from here, I already found a couple that I want to show you, so I'm going to click over to these. So I was just looking through the listings really quickly. This one is a little over $200 a month at 4,100 pesos. It's about 1,000 square feet. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, and let's look at some pictures here. So I like the color scheme in there. The tiles are kind of old, but I mean, at this budget, at a $200 a month budget, you can't expect the world. But I mean, it seems like a decent little place. I mean, you decorate it the way you want. I think you could turn it into a livable place. And this one is about $500 a month at 9,000 pesos. So this one has 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, 2 parking spaces. It's about 2,000 square feet. So let's take a look at some pictures. Looks like it's inside a little gated community here. Quite a bit of space. Not the best pictures, not the best lighting in the pictures. However, in my experience, that's a way to generally get better deals on rentals. When they don't take good photos, oftentimes the good rentals go unrented, and you can snag a good one when the photos aren't great. Blue toilet, that's a little bit weird, but I mean, it seems like a decent little place, and at 2,000 square feet, you have quite a bit of space in there. But to be honest, this website usually isn't great if you're looking for cheap rentals. So, in my experience in Orizaba, especially, like there's not a lot of great real estate options here. That's one downside about this city. So you may have to look a little bit harder to find good rental options or good options to buy than if you're looking in other cities. But I think the best place to look for cheap rentals is to go to Facebook Marketplace. So to get to Facebook Marketplace, basically from your profile, you're just going to search Marketplace, buy and sell nearby. Click on that. We're going to change the location to Orizaba. I'll do Orizaba Centro. So that's going to be like the center of the city. 10 kilometers, that covers quite a bit of an area. So I'm going to lower that down to 5 kilometers. Yeah, I think that's going to be better. And then we're going to search Casas en Renta, houses for rent. And they do require you to put a price to have a listing here. So a lot of people will put 1 peso or 1, 2, 3, 4. So to get rid of all of those, I'm just going to do a minimum of 2,000 pesos and a maximum of 20,000 pesos. So minimum of about $100, maximum of about $1,000. Okay, so I'm just going to click on the first listing I see here. 5,500 pesos a month. So we're looking at about 300 US dollars. It has a house for rent with 3 bedrooms. It can be with furniture or without, located in Zona Centro. So it's located in the best part of the city, the part of the city that most people are going to want to be in. The kitchen looks pretty nice. I mean, for $300 a month, that seems like a pretty darn nice kitchen. And you even have a walk-in pantry area there, which at this price point is pretty darn rare. Pretty spacious living room. I mean, look at what you're getting for $300 a month. And you even have a peninsula here with a stove on it. I mean, I would rent this place. Wow. Yeah, I mean, I love this for $300 a month. Okay, I mean, with that, I don't think we need to look at any more rental options here. Like, this is the one I would rent. So let's say you rented this place for $300 a month and you have a budget of $1,000 a month total. That gives you $700 for your other monthly expenses. And in Orizaba, in my experience, the city is so darn affordable that you're going to be living like a king here. You'll be able to go out to eat every day. You'll be able to do visit all the attractions, all the museums you want to. You can probably even have a car and do some traveling. And then you live in a pretty decent place. So I think that's a killer option, but let's go check out some homes for sale. So same deal here. We're going to go Casas Inventa Orizaba this time. And then we're going to click on the Inmuebles 24 listing, and we can sort by price if we want to, but it seems like there's nothing super expensive here. I'll just click on the very first one I see here. So this is 3,300,000 pesos. If I can do the math in my head, that's going to be like 175,000 US dollars at today's exchange rate. This home has 219 square meters of construction, so you're looking at 2,500 square feet or so. It has 2 bathrooms, 1 half bathroom. It doesn't put the number of bedrooms, which is weird. Oh, it has it right here in the title. 3 bedrooms. But anyway, let's take a look at the pictures. Very nice living room. I like the looks of this. Yeah, I could see myself living here. You have a interesting staircase there going up. That's pretty cool. I like that. Huh. Oh, look at that nature you have outside from your patio here. Those gorgeous green trees of Orizaba. I love that. Bathtub. This is actually pretty rare in Mexico to have a bathtub in a home, unless you get into the really expensive homes. Like when you start looking at the homes that are renting for $3,000 a month, $5,000 a month. Yeah, almost all of those are going to have a bathtub, but they're usually a jacuzzi and not a bathtub. But yeah, seems like a pretty nice place. You have a little yard back there. I like it. The next one on this list is a beach city located on the Pacific coast, and that is Ensenada in the state of Baja California. Ensenada has a population of about 500,000 people, so it has all the conveniences of a big city. But if there's anything at all that you can't find in Ensenada, well, then you're just a short drive away from San Diego and Tijuana. So that's going to make it super convenient for you to do any shopping, go to any doctors, visit any stores that you want to go to, things like that, no problem. Ensenada, although a little bit more expensive than the other places on this list, might be appealing to someone who has, let's say, family in Southern California, or somebody who has healthcare coverage in the US, but they want to live in Mexico, but be close to the United States so they can still access their healthcare when needed. Well, then Ensenada could be a great option for that kind of situation. I love Ensenada because it's one of the only beach destinations in all of Mexico where you have pretty great weather year-round. The average daily highs range from 65 degrees on the coldest months of the year and 85 degrees in the hottest months of the year. Although it can get a little cold in those winter months, I still consider this great year-round weather for a beach destination, because most of the beach destinations in Mexico, it's pretty hot year-round. and the summers can be super miserable with the high heat and high humidity there. And there's a lot of people who have this idea that they want to move to Mexico, but the truth is that most people who come here end up moving away within just a few years, and these are for many reasons. I've made videos on this in the past, but one of those is after a while of living here, the novelty wears off and you miss the comforts of home. Well, being close to the United States is going to help you have a lot more of those comforts of home. But now let's go look at some real estate options in Ensenada. Okay, we'll go to Google here and search Casas en Renta Ensenada, Baja California. Okay, so houses for rent in Ensenada. We're going to click on the Inmuebles 24 listing, but I have a feeling that this isn't going to be good for this city because generally this website, if you have a budget of less than $500 for most cities, this is not a good place to look because most of the things on this website are listed by real estate agents, and generally real estate agents aren't working with anything less than 10,000 pesos a month. But I see here that most of these are priced in US dollars, and heck, the one that's priced in pesos is still $1,000 a month. Let's look at it though. So it's going to be like 1,700 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So let's give it a try. Let's take a look at some pictures. So it's this very cookie cutter style. You see this a lot around Mexico in the lower end housing developments. Now, this isn't super low end, but it's kind of appealing to the Mexican middle class and trying to get them a budget option is what you usually see in these kind of neighborhoods. I mean, it looks pretty nice, and you have nice views you even have views of the water out there. That's pretty cool. I like that. I mean, for $1,000 a month and views of the water, of course, this doesn't fit in the $1,000 a month budget, but not everyone watching this video is going to have exactly $1,000 a month budget. I love this big open kitchen with a huge refrigerator. You have a microwave, a big full-size oven there as well. Yeah, I mean, if I had the budget for it, I would like this place, I think. Yeah, I love that view. That's awesome. Okay, but anyway, so this website is not going to be great for us, but at least looking for renting. Let's switch this to comprar or houses for rent. I mean for purchase. So let's see what there is. Okay, let's check out this one. 2,700,000 pesos, or like 140,000 US dollars. It has 129 square meters of construction, so like 1,500 square feet, give or take. 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Well, 3.5 bathrooms. Now I see that here. Okay, let's take a look at the pictures. These look like renders, so this might be a pre-sale. Now, with pre-sales, a lot of times this is the way to get the best price if you're interested in purchasing a home. However, pre-sales also come with more risk. You can mitigate that risk by learning about the developers, talking to people who have bought from previous developments of theirs, things like that will help lower your risk when buying pre-sale, but it can help you get a great deal on your home. This is one of those cookie cutter homes where all of those in the neighborhood are going to be exactly the same. Yeah, this is all renders, but for $140,000 in Ensenada, it doesn't seem too bad to me. Let's take a look at the map here to see where it's going to be located. Zoom out a little bit. Basically right in the middle of the city. Oh, no, a little south of the main part of the city. How about this one? 2,600,000 pesos. It's about 1,400 square feet. This is going to be in about that $140,000 range. Let's take a look at some pictures. I don't mind the outside of the house here. The kitchen's pretty nice. This makes me laugh. This is their stove. I mean, you do what you can when you're starting out furnishing a place if you don't have the money. And if you can't buy a big stove, well then you start out with something like this. And I laugh, but I've been in that position before, and I've done something similar. Like I couldn't afford a bed, so I bought an air mattress and I slept on that for a year. Uh, But yeah, pretty nice kitchen. I don't mind it. Like I said, Ensenada is one of the more expensive cities on this list in today's video. So getting a place like this for $140,000, if you have that money coming here, like let's say you're selling your home in the US and coming to Ensenada, well, then it's very possible that you do have $140,000 to spend. And then if you're on $1,000 a month budget and you already have your home paid for, well, then your money is going to go a long way in Ensenada, even though it is a little bit more expensive there. Okay, now let's head on over to Facebook Marketplace and look for the cheap rentals. Okay, so we're just going to change the location to Ensenada, Baja California. Okay, let's do Centro. And as for how wide of an area, no, I wanted to cover more ground than that. I could even go out to 20 kilometers, but I think I'll keep it at 10 here. And click apply. Okay, and then we're going to search for Casa en Renta. So home for rent is what we're searching there. And now you see that there's one listed for 1 peso. To get rid of all of those, let's do the same thing we did in Orizaba, make the minimum 2,000, make the maximum 20,000. So it's basically $100 to $1,000, and then see what comes up here. Okay, let's check out this one for 7,000 pesos, or a little under $400. Looks kind of ugly. Let's see what they say about it. Space for 2 cars, living room, kitchen with refrigerator and stove, dining table with 6 chairs. It's furnished. It's a house with just 1 floor. I kind of hate the furniture. What's going on with this roof? Like, that does, I'm no structural engineer, but that does not look safe. Okay. Uh, and look at this kitchen right here. So it's like the floor is totally uneven. This house looks like it's about to fall apart. There's no way in hell I'm living here. Uh, okay, let's see what other options are available. Okay, so this one, it's 3,500 pesos, but it's a private room. So you're not getting the whole house, but it's $200 a month. If you're okay with renting a room in a place, well, then this might be a great option to save money. And this is something you can do in cities throughout Mexico. Like, you can literally find rooms for rent in houses in even the most expensive cities for like $50 a month. So here it says servicios incluidos. So it includes water, electricity, gas, internet, cable, and then washer and dryer. So you get all of that included in your rent. So at $200 a month with all of that included, well, that can help stretch your budget a lot. Like, this is okay accommodations. It's nothing amazing, but it's not like you're living in a dump either. Okay, how about this one? It has 1 bedroom, 1 bath, it says. It's furnished. It's 4,000 pesos a month, a little over $200, and it includes electricity, water, and internet. And it says it's in like a quiet zone, but this is only for students, it says. So we'll skip that one. All right, now on to the next city. If you're finding this video helpful, I'll be making many more like it, so subscribe to the channel. You can do so for free with the click of a button. Next on this list is the central Mexican city of Pachuca in the state of Hidalgo. You don't hear much about Pachuca, neither from expats nor from Mexicans. There aren't many things in Pachuca that people totally rave about. However, it could still be a very, very comfortable place to live. And if you're on a smaller budget, well, then you could live a very high quality of life here. It is located at about 8,000 feet above sea level, so the altitude may take a week for you to get adjusted to. However, it is very affordable. When we look at real estate options, you're going to see just how affordable it is. On a $1,000 a month budget, you're probably going to be able to go out and have a fine dining experience at least like once a week, in addition to enjoying many other normal things in your everyday life. It has a population of about 300,000 people, so it's big enough that you have all those conveniences of a big city. It has nice grocery stores, modern shopping malls, Sam's Club, Walmart, Home Depot, all those stores that you might need to do some shopping at to make your life a little bit more convenient. So that's really great. And something I love about Pachuca is considering its elevation and its latitude. That means you get great climate year-round. The coldest months of the year, you're looking at average highs of 68, and the hottest months of the year, average highs of 78. So amazing temperatures year-round. And although Pachuca isn't a place that a lot of people rave about, nearby there's a lot of cool things to see. You drive up the mountains a little bit and you get to these pueblos mágicos, or what in English translates to magic towns. And there are these historic mining towns that have so much history and cool things to see and awesome architecture. Super cool places to check out. They make a great weekend getaway, or heck, even a place to live. That's something else you could look into. But also, in addition to that, there's other cool places to see in Hidalgo. For example, Grutas de Tolantongo. It's these natural hot springs built on the side of cliffs overlooking these ravines. In the same place, you have this super blue natural river going through there that's naturally heated by the hot springs as well. And in addition to that, you have these grutas, which are like these hot springs within caves. It's an incredible experience, definitely worth checking out. And if you're on a budget like $1,000 a month, well then Pachuca is definitely a place you can consider. So now let's go check out some real estate options in Pachuca. Casas en Renta, Pachuca, Hidalgo. And then we're going to click on the Muebles 24 listing. It's the very top one here. And again, this isn't the best website for this kind of budget, but let's check out the first listing here. So this is going to be just over $500 a month. You're looking at about 1,500 or 600 square feet, two and a half bedrooms, or I'm sorry, 2.5 bathrooms, 3 bedrooms. Let's look at some pictures. I mean, it looks pretty decent for just over $500. I don't mind it. Okay, let's see what else there is. Okay, here's one for 4,000 pesos a month. So that's going to be a little over $200, but they're also asking for a 350 peso monthly maintenance fee, or what we call an HOA fee. This one is about 650 square feet. It has 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. But again, it's only $200 a month or so. I mean, for that price, this seems like a decent little option. But anyway, let's switch this over, and instead of looking at places for rent, let's switch this to places for purchase. Okay, so here's one for about 75,000 US dollars, 1,400,000 pesos. It has various sizes, and it's showing the whole community here. So this is the very cookie cutter style. When they make these, the units are generally fairly nice looking, and they range usually from like 1 bedroom to 3 bedrooms. Maybe some have a terrace. So that's going to be the price range there. So this says 880,000 pesos. So that's probably where it starts, or about 45,000 US dollars. Let's take a look at the pictures here. So you share some workout equipment, a soccer field, a basketball court with the community. It's in a gated community. And then this usually comes with a small maintenance fee as well. In a place like this, it's probably going to be $25 a month or less for the HOA fee. Let's see what else there is. So lots of options in the $100,000 range for purchase. Here's one. It's about $80,000. So this one is about 1,600 square feet. It has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms. It even has a rooftop. This looks like it's pre-sale. These are concept photos. Again, pre-sale comes with more risk, but you can also get a better price. I'm going to see if we can go to a lower price, up to 1,000,000 pesos. So up to about $50,000. Okay, so here's this place. It's 64 square meters. It's an apartment in a gated community, but it's only $35,000. It has a monthly maintenance fee of 500 pesos, or about $27 a month for the HOA. But at $35,000, it's small. It's only about 700 square feet, but it says it's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath. And I kind of like the looks of this. Yeah, it looks pretty nice. I'm actually surprised at how nice this kitchen is with that huge refrigerator. You have an oven there, a microwave, this stovetop there. I actually really like this. I like the kitchen table setup they have. Yeah, I mean, look, if you're coming to Mexico and, like, let's say you're selling your home in the US and you only have to put down $35,000 to buy a home here, well then your money could go a lot further. Maybe you thought your budget was going to be $1,000 a month, but actually you're going to have a whole bunch of money left over to put into some investments, paying you dividends, and maybe you up your monthly budget because you're not spending much on a home. So something like that could be a great option. Let's see what else there is for under $50,000. Okay, here's one. It's a little bit bigger. So this one's like 1,100, 1,200 square feet, something in there. It's about $50,000. Let's look at the pictures. So you're getting a little bit more space than the last one. It's not like an apartment. You're actually getting a home here, your own home. Yeah, I kind of like it. $50,000 doesn't seem too bad for this. Like I was saying, your money's going to go really far in Pachuca. But anyway, let's head over to Facebook Marketplace and see what cheap rentals are available. Okay, so we're just going to to switch to the location to Pachuca, Hidalgo. We'll go Centro. Should we change this? No, I'm going to keep it at 10 kilometers here. Okay. Then we'll go casas en renta. Homes for sale. I mean, homes for rent. Let's get the minimum at 2,000, and then I'm not going to put in a maximum here. So I'm seeing a lot of these listings that look the same for like 5,000 pesos that are all very similar. Let's just click on one of them. I'm guessing they're all listed by the same person or the same company. So what are we looking at here? A little over $250 a month, partially furnished. It has a back patio, 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, 5,000 pesos a month. I like the looks of it from the outside. I think that looks great. You have a little backyard if you have dogs. I don't love how it's furnished. With this kitchen table here, it almost looks like as if it's furnished for an office setup. But anyway, if you're renting it and you don't want the furniture, you can almost always ask them to remove the furniture, and there's not going to be a problem with that. I don't mind this place for about $250 a month. Seems all right. But as you can see here, you have so many cheap options to choose from. And if you spend a few hours going through these instead of a few minutes, I'm sure you would find some awesome options. Let's check out one that's a little bit more expensive. 8,500, or about $450 a month. So it's 3 bedroom, 2 bathroom. It doesn't say how big it is. That's one of the things about working on Facebook Marketplace. A lot of times you have limited information, and here, like, not very well lit photos, but not well lit photos can actually get you a great deal on a lot of rentals. But that's how I found one awesome rental here in Querétaro. It didn't look that nice from the photos, but I went and looked, and it was incredible. So there's that. A nice big spacious kitchen here. Really like that. But yeah, seems like a decent option for $450 a month. But anyway, let's go on to the next city. If you want to find the most affordable real estate options, you have to be searching in Spanish. And the more Spanish you know living in Mexico, the more easy your life is going to be. I cannot stress this enough. So if you'd like to get started learning Spanish, there's no better time to do it than now. So head on over to tangerinespanish.com. This is my favorite course. It's an awesome value for the money. But before you pay a dime, you can start a no credit card required free trial to give it a try, see if it's right for you. But no matter what type of learner you are, they have something for you. They have flashcards, audio lessons, grammar lessons, all sorts of things. So no matter how you like to learn, it's going to be awesome for you. So go check that out. It's tangerinespanish.com. That's my affiliate link, and it will take you right there. The next place I recommend on a budget of $1,000 a month is Aguascalientes in the state of Aguascalientes. So this is the biggest city on the list with a population of about 1 million people. So it has all the conveniences of a big city, all the stores that I've mentioned in other cities you can also find here. But in addition to that, you have many other US businesses like Costco, for example. And sometimes things like quality linens, quality towels, things like that can be difficult to find here in Mexico, but shopping at Costco, they're super easy to find. And even if the city you end up choosing in Mexico doesn't have a Costco, well, then you can buy a membership for 500 pesos, or at the current exchange rate, about 27 US dollars per year. And you can shop at costco.com.mx and get access to almost all of their products there, and a lot of products you can't even find in stores. So that's a great option if you're not living in a city that's near a Costco. But enough about Costco. What else does Aguascalientes have? Well, something I love about it is that the people are super friendly. These are perhaps the nicest people I've met in all of Mexico. And after visiting, I learned that they actually call it La Tierra de la Buena Gente, or the land of good people. And I feel like the residents of Aguascalientes really try to live up to that moniker. Something else I love about the city is it has some of the most amazing sunsets I've seen in my whole life. Incredible. This city is situated at about 6,200 feet above sea level, so the elevation is getting up there, but this means that the climate is great year-round. So the coldest month of the year, you're looking at average highs of 72 degrees. Hottest month of the year, average highs of 87. It can get a little bit hot during those warmer months, but still, overall, I think those are great temperatures year-round. This is a fast-growing city. There's a lot of Mexicans moving here because there's a lot of big companies opening up factories around. For example, I think Volkswagen recently opened up a big factory in Aguascalientes. So lots of industry coming into the city, which are creating high-quality jobs for the people living there. And something else I love about Aguascalientes is it's pretty affordable for it being a big city. Like, your money's going to go a long way there. And if you're on a budget of $1,000 a month, well, then you're going to live a really high quality of life. And now let's go check out some real estate options for Aguascalientes. Let's add a filter here. Let's go up to 10,000 pesos. So up to about $550. So this one here, it's 9,000 pesos. You have approximately 1,800 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms. Let's take a look at some photos. Meh. I mean, it's all right. I don't love the pictures though. The pictures don't make it look nice. Okay, what else is there? You know what? Let's go to for purchase on this website. And we got to get rid of these filters, or we can go up to 2 million pesos. I'm going to go a little bit higher than what we were doing in Pachuca, for example, because Aguascalientes is going to be a bit more expensive than Pachuca is. Okay, so how about this one? It's right around 100,000 US dollars. You have about 1,700 square feet. It has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and the house is 10 years old. So let's take a look at it. Seems like a decent little option. Yeah, I like it. I could see myself living there. Let's see what else is available. Okay, how about this one? It's cheap. It's like $35,000. You're looking at like 1,500 square feet. Based on the pictures, though, I don't think they're going to show us the inside. They show us where it's located. Yes, but no pictures of the inside, so the inside probably is awful. So it's a fixer-upper, you can probably imagine. Okay, what else do we have here? This one's about $80,000. You have about 1,000 square feet, 2 bedroom, 2 bathrooms. It says it's brand new. Are these concept photos? I'm not sure. No, I don't think so. I think you're actually buying a place that's already built. It looks all right. I mean, for $80,000, it doesn't seem too bad. But let's hop on over to Facebook Marketplace to find the really cheap rentals. Okay, so we're going to change the location to Aguascalientes, Aguascalientes City Center. And then let's do 10 kilometers so it covers the whole city. Apply. And then Casas and Renta. I'm going to do Casa and Renta. I don't know if that makes a difference. And then we'll do a minimum of 2,000 pesos here. So you can find options for less than 2,000 pesos, but I'm just trying to weed out all of the trash with one filter. So this very first one here, it's 4,000 pesos or about 200 US dollars a month. It says it's 3 bedrooms, 1 bathroom, listed very recently 2 days ago. I like this. I don't mind this at all. Of course, it's not the nicest. It's not luxury accommodations by any means, but it's $200 a month. It even has ceiling fans, so that's nice. I don't love that. It looks like there's some mold there, but maybe you can bleach that and get rid of the mold. But I mean, for $200 a month, it doesn't seem too bad. Okay, this one's about $400 a month. Uh, what does it say about it? It says it's a quiet zone near shopping malls, live with security. So maybe it's inside of a gated community. It's 3 bedrooms, 3 bathrooms, about $400 a month. It's all right. I don't think it would be my first choice. I especially don't like these stairs. I hate when they do stairs like this without any railing or anything. But it's decent. Okay, what else do we have here? Okay, so how about this one? It's going to be about $130 or so, 2,500 pesos. And I think you're renting a room in a house. Yes. So this is for women only, it says. So it comes with a fully equipped kitchen, a washing machine. They want a month of rent and a deposit to move in. So maybe it will cost you like $260 to move in. It seems like a decent, like I like the room. It's nice. Of course, it's only for women, so I can't live here, but I know there's a lot of women who watch this channel. Okay, how about this one? It's 9,000 pesos, a little under $500 a month, but it's 3 bed, 3 bathrooms. You're only 6 minutes from HEB. I actually didn't even know Aguascalientes had the grocery store HEB, but that's cool. The master bedroom has a walk-in closet and a complete bathroom, 2.5 bathrooms, living room, and complete kitchen. And then there's parking for 2 cars, 24-hour security, so it's inside of a gated community. The kitchen here, I think, looks very nice. For under $500, this is the shared pool area. There's the house. Nice big open spaces. I like the design of this. I could see myself living here. Oh, check this out. It has a dishwasher. A dishwasher is actually really rare here in Mexico. You usually have to be in the very high-end homes to find a dishwasher. I could see myself living here if I had the budget. about $500 a month. Not bad. Okay, how about this one? A little bit more expensive. We're looking at $600 a month, but this one caught my eye because I love the outside of it. I love how it's painted. 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, backyard. Okay, anything else interesting? Let's take a look at the pictures here. Very spacious. Not very good pictures, but again, this is a good chance for you to get a great rental when the pictures are not good. Sometimes you just have to go see it for yourself and be pleasantly surprised. I think this would be a nice place to live. A little high on the budget for the $1,000 a month we're talking about. So let's check out this one, $350 a month. And then this one is 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. It's going to be unfurnished. So it includes the HOA fee. Let's check out some pictures. I like the way it's painted so far. Maybe not there. Older appliances in the kitchen, some damage on the closets. But for $350 a month, it might be a decent option. Put a few touch-ups in there with paint and maybe it's looking all right. But anyway, so those are some of the options we have in Aguascalientes. So let's move on to the next city. The next place on this list is the gorgeous beach city of Mazatlan, Sinaloa. So one of the things I love about Mazatlan is that it's one of the few places in Mexico that you have a historic area of the city, like it was settled by Spain in the 1500s. Then in the mid-1800s, a lot of Germans started coming into the city. So it has all those historic buildings in the central area there, but also you have a beach destination. You have this gorgeous beach, and you're on the west coast, so you don't get all the seaweed that they get in the Riviera Maya. So I really love that. Something else I love about Mazatlan are the people. The people are so incredibly friendly there. Like Mexicans in general are pretty darn friendly. But on this list, like the people of Aguascalientes and the people of Mazatlan are the most friendly I've come across in the whole country. And considering the awesome beach city that it is, it's still reasonably affordable. For example, it's way more affordable than where I'm living here in central Mexico in Querétaro. Like almost everything there is cheaper. It has a population of about 500,000 people, so it's big enough that you have all those big city conveniences, all the stores I've mentioned in previous videos. There's a Costco coming soon. There's modern shopping malls. There's a lot of new construction happening right now in Mazatlan. So it's a city that's changing a lot. There's a lot of investment coming in right now as we speak. So although it's affordable right now, I don't think it's going to stay this affordable, not because I'm making this video, but because of all the investment I'm already seeing coming into the city. And it is a city that's in need of the investment because it does have a lot of dilapidated buildings, a lot of buildings that need to be renovated. So I think it's a good thing that this new construction is coming in there right now. Something I really like about Mazatlan is it's super easy to get around even if you don't have a car. For example, when I order an Uber here where I live in Querétaro, it often takes 20 minutes for the Uber to arrive. When you order an Uber in Mazatlan, it's half of the price and it arrives in like 2 or 3 minutes. So it's super easy to get around there, but also there's other options like taxis and a great bus system there as well. So I think Mazatlan is a great option if you're looking for a nice beach destination to live in Mexico. This is the hottest place on this list, so you have to be okay with hot temperatures. However, compared to the other major beach destinations in Mexico, so I'm thinking like Puerto Vallarta and Cancun, well, Mazatlan is a few degrees cooler and a little less humid. So although it's still very hot and humid in the summer, it is more tolerable than those other places. And now let's go check out some real estate options in Mazatlan. Let's do a filter, a price filter, and have it nothing more than 15,000 pesos or about 800 US dollars. And let's see if anything catches my eye here. Let's check out this one. This one's about $600 a month. I like the way it's painted on the outside. It has 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. It says it's brand new, but clearly it's not a brand new home based on how this looks. This is a different color than this. So I'm guessing it was recently renovated, not brand new. Yeah, the kitchen looks like it was recently renovated. Nice looking kitchen, small but nice. It has air conditioning, it has a security system here. I think I could see myself living here. Seems like a nice place. There's also air conditioning in the bedrooms, which is great. Air conditioning is a must in Mazatlan. Okay, let's check out what other options are available. So, like I was saying earlier, Inmuebles 24 is generally a website where you need a budget of at least 10,000 pesos a month. Here's one that is at that 10,000 peso mark, or about 550 US dollars. It has 2 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms, and again, it says brand new. Take a look at some pictures. Small kitchen, but it's decently nice. I don't mind it. It has air conditioning there on the walls, I see. Has a little bit of backyard, but no grass or anything. Okay, let's see what else is available. Okay, this one is 15,000 pesos, about 800 US dollars. It has 3 bedrooms, 2.5 bathrooms, and it says it's brand new. Oh, I love all that light coming in. Nice ceiling fan there. I like this outdoor area that you have some shaded parts, and then uh, it's also enclosed for the garage. I really like this kitchen, actually. I like the looks of that. Probably switch out the table there if I could. So it's 2 levels, air conditioning in the bedrooms. That's great. New closets. This is generally like the cheapest style of closets that they can use. So it gives you an idea that they were using cheap materials when building this, or at least like furnishing it. Nice looking shower there. I like it. I could see myself living here though. So now let's head on over. No, before I head on over to Facebook, I'm going to go homes for sale. And then we got to change this. Let's go to 3 million pesos, or about 160,000 US dollars, and see what they have. So this one is just over the $100,000 mark. It looks like these might be renters, but based on the photos so far, I think I'm going to like it. Yeah, so this is going to be in a gated community, so you will have a monthly HOA fee, probably about uh, $25. This one looks a little bit nicer. Maybe it will be a little higher than that. Maybe it's $35 or $40. But if this is the way the home looks in the end, I think I would really like living here. Let's see what else is available. Okay, so this one, it's about $85,000 or maybe $90,000. It's pretty small, just under 1,000 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. So the bedrooms and bathrooms must be pretty small. This is also in a gated community. Based on the entrance, it looks like it's a lower end gated community, but still, it's nice to have that additional security. Yeah, so this is one of these very cookie cutter, every home is the same type of communities, but that's a lot of times where you're going to find the best prices. It has a community pool. Are there going to be no pictures of the inside? Just a render of the outside. Okay, well, let's find another one. Okay, so this one, 700,000 pesos. So you're looking at about 40,000 US dollars. It's about 1,500 square feet, 3 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms. Okay, let's take a look at the pictures here. I like it from the outside, and it has an enclosed garage. Maybe that's more common in Mazatlan than it is in other parts of the country, because it's the second time I've seen it here looking through a few listings. Whereas, like looking at listings here where I live in Querétaro, you basically never see that. Okay, I like the street, lots of mature trees. So I think this is showing the location is right here. It's over here close to some baseball fields and a track. Oh, yes, here's the house right there with the yellow front. Actually, pretty close to the water. Oh, and these are the letras de Mazatlan. So this is where the Malecon starts, and it says Mazatlan there, and then the Malecon goes along here. So you're not too far away from there, but there's no pictures of the inside, and at this price, you can assume The inside is kind of a disaster and you're probably going to have to completely remodel it. Let's check out this one. Under $30,000. It's in a gated community, it looks like. It has 3 bedrooms, 1.5 bathrooms. Let's look at some pictures here. Like, this is one of the cheaper gated communities you can find if you're looking at like a $30,000 price point, and every home there is going to be pretty much the same. There are no pictures of the inside, but look at that. So the location, it's not too far away from Galerías Mazatlan, which is a modern mall there. You're close to Walmart. You're not too far away from the marina there. So to me, this is not a bad location at all. Okay, now let's head on over to Facebook and check out Facebook Marketplace there. We're going to do, it's already on Mazatlan. Let's do Casa en Renta. So one problem with Mazatlan is that if you go on Facebook, a lot of these are probably going to be vacation rentals, because it's just like that kind of place where a lot of people will like renovate it and then rent out a place as a vacation rental, but we'll see if we can find anything that's not. Okay, so this one says renta anual, so annual rent. So this one is not a vacation rental. It's 5,000 pesos a month, 2 bedrooms, 1 bathroom. There's no pictures. Okay, but this actually might be a good option. Even though there's no pictures of the inside, I would look further into that one. This one, I'm guessing it's going to be a vacation rental. It looks too nice to be $250 a month. Yes, this says it's going to be a vacation rental for up to 14 people. Yeah, so that's not going to work. Let's check out this one. A little over $300 a month, another vacation rental. Okay, so it's a little bit more frustrating here than other cities because so many of them are listed as vacation rentals. There are many more Mexican cities that I could put on this $1,000 a month list, so let me know if you'd like to see a part 2 of this video. And in the meantime, watch one of these videos. Either learn more about the cost of living in Mexico or watch this vlog we recently made in Mazatlan so you can learn more about that awesome city.